Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're entertained, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So today, I'd like to talk to you about DCA and the different techniques that people use in order to DCA. So first of all, DCA, it stands for dollar cost average. And the simplest form of this is you've chosen your stock and you've chosen the cadence that you're going to invest in that stock. So if you say, I'm going to invest $100 into YMAX on the 1st. So on the 1st of every month, you now are investing $100 into YMAX, no matter what the price is. And that's easy to remember. It's steady, and over time, your average will be basically the average of what the stock costs over that period of time. So no matter what the price is. And I'm going to lump in drip because some people are going to argue that's the only definition of DCA. If you aren't investing at a certain time, a certain amount, no matter what the price is, it's not DCA. And for DRIP, this is the dividend reinvestment that brokerages do for you. So if it's on or it's automatically on, it will reinvest for you the dividends and distributions right back into the fund automatically. And for this, this is good. But a lot of people that do high income investing prefer manual drip to just drip. And the difference between that is on Thursday, which is the ex-div date for most of the Yield Max and the Roundhill funds, it's not necessarily the cheapest day between the dividends that it'll ever be, but that Thursday, that ex-div date, is usually a good day to buy, regardless. So a lot of people will calculate the amount of dividends that they will get and just buy the stocks on Thursday, and then when the dividend hits the account, it pays themselves back. And so they really mean that they're manually dripping, but sometimes they just say drip, and it's fine. But for DCA, I do like, and the first time I heard about it, it was the SoCal Steve, where he said, okay, so you have a time period and a dollar amount. So if we say from Monday to Friday, I have $500 to invest. But if I haven't invested by Friday at 2 p.m., I have to invest no matter what the price is. So if nothing happens Monday through Wednesday, but we know that Thursday is ex-div date, we might just invest all $500 on Thursday, then on Friday we can't invest anything. But if it's kind of been a bad week and I've done, $50 on Monday, $50 on Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday, $200 on Thursday, then Friday at 2 p.m. I'm putting in an extra $100. In that way, you are trying to find the dip, but it's not going to sideline the money long enough that it's going to make a big difference. Because what happens when you are trying to time the market and wait for the dip and keep your money out, your money is still not working for you. There's a reason why people say time in the market is better than timing the market. But I don't see the problem with any controlled period of time. Just saying, like, from Monday to Friday, I have this much money. And if I don't have it, if I haven't invested it by Friday, I do just have to get it done by Friday. Because, you don't want your money to wind up sitting on the sideline waiting for a dip, because even when there's a dip, there's no guarantee that the dip will be less than the amount than it is right now. So like it might dip, but just not that much. So the other way to DCA, and I think it's like a hybrid DCA method, is what Tom Nash kind of refers to it as, which I have not listened to a seminar that he has on it to actually explain it in depth, but this is what I've gleaned from his many videos I watched. So basically, if this green line is the stock and this orange line is the moving average that you've chosen for the whatever time period you want, is it 50 or 200 or whatever, 30, if it's within a range, then if you say, I'm going to invest $100 this week, if it's in this range, you invest $100. But if it's outside this range and it's over here, when I say I'm going to invest $100 this week, I invest $200. So then, it stays in the range, and you could also have a multiplier on this. So like if it's within, this range, in this range, I double down, but this I do like 2.5, 2.75, 3%, or 300%, and that way it's like if it's deviated from the moving average that much, it's a pretty good deal. So you should be buying more if that is the logic that you're using. But the opposite is also true, where if it's not in the band and it does one of these, you do the inverse of it. So it's like here you would pay $80 and $70, $60, $50, $25, $10, $5, $1, you just have to define the rules beforehand. And so I think the logic here is that if you have a pool of, say, like $500 and you're spending $100 on each stock, if you're looking at 3 to 5 stocks, hopefully all of them don't have the same shape. So some of them you'll double down on, some of them you won't invest as much, some of them you'll do your regular DCA, and at the end you won't have that much money left over for like this round of your hybrid DCA. And with this, the thing that there's a warning I want to put into here is that it's good to have like up to 5% of your money in cash just kind of waiting for the big dip. But I don't want money left over on the sidelines that never has a plan on what to do with it. So if I say like I can get up to 5% of my portfolio as cash, but everything else has to be invested, by the end of this time period, then I think that I do like this strategy. And what I've actually used it for is when I figure out the silos. So I say 40% or like 30% of the entirety of the distributions is going into my S&P 500 funds. But if UPRO is looking like this, I could just choose not to invest in UPRO that week and invest everything in XDTE instead. Or if it's down here, like this, when I look at the chart, I'll say, okay, well, now I'll double the amount that I invest in UPRO, which is a 3x leverage of the S&P 500, and then I will invest less in XDTE. And so I think that having like the group of funds and then just one fund that you'll buy no matter what the price is also a pretty good way to do this. And it's really good to kind of use the charts and figure out a good entry point for the leverage ETFs, because when they run, and when they go down, you don't want to, you want to have as low a cost average as possible with leverage ETFs. Like you also want the lowest cost possible with the dividend ETFs, because like, you know, a stock that you bought at $19 will work harder for you than one that you bought at $25, but you still own one stock, so there's that. But yeah, what are we going to call these hybrid DCA and the smart DCA? Is that the name that we're using from now on when I refer to this? Who knows? But I do like to complicate things a lot, but I also like to just know what my options are. What are other people doing? What strategies are they running? And like, are there subtle things I can do with my money that will help with my returns without it being too risky? So I just want to bring this to everyone's attention, and let me know if you do any kind of smart DCA, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.